Eastern Conference semifinals roll on. We've got Game 5 here on EA Sports. We are at Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Tonight, it's the LA Lakers taking on the Utah Jazz. Along with Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Lakers coming in. They've been the better team thus far, no question about it. Now they have a chance to advance if they can wrap things up here at home in Game 5.
The one thing we know about playoff basketball, expect the unexpected. How many games come down to the wire, or a performance off the bench, or even a big shot at the end? Every night holds something different, and that's why we love this game so much.
Almost unlucky bounce. To Davis. And look out. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet, and one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
That's going to be out of bounds off of Rondo. To Conley. Has a look. Got it to go on the step back. Jay, he found a way.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Mitchell with it up top. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Runner's good there. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
Davis. Flushes it home.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Conley into the front court. Down 4. To Gobert. Conley. For 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Here comes the screen. Whoa, what a finish.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Conley into the front court. They're down 3. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Mitchell takes on Eric Gordon. To Luka Doncic. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Almost. And he's not getting the call. Across the timeline, it's Conley. Down 3. Has a chance. Conley with a shot, comes up empty.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
With a drop step. And that's rebounded by the Jazz. To Conley. Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. It'll stay with Utah. Rondo into the front court. Up by 3. Gets it in the left corner. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal. Deep right corner. Doncic. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. To Davis. Short jumper misses.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
Mitchell with the basketball. Down 5. With a drop step. LeBron James with a piece. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Rudy Gobert pins it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Mitchell with it up top. Looking to make something happen. The pass set it all up.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
James into the front court. Leads 1. They'll get it down to Davis. Won't go. Mitchell with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Doncic. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. From the painted area, won't go down.
And the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Los Angeles has the basketball. To James. Here comes the screen. James. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with it. Across the timeline comes James. His team up by 1. That's out. Last touch by Rudy Gobert. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. To Cousins. Rudy Gobert sends it away. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
LeBron James, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to cement his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Rudy Gobert swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To Luka Doncic. To Conley. 5 to shoot for Utah. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Danny Green. Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Doncic. Down to Gobert. He throws it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
To Cousins. And the Jazz have it. They've cleared the rebound. To Gobert. Oh, ferocious slam inside. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
To James. Screen coming. James curling inside. With a drop step. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Ooh, I'm not sure if he's part of the Jelly fam or not, but this young player knows how to adjust mid-flight, and he finished that shot with some crazy English.
Mitchell sizing up Cousins. Down low for Gobert. Shot from the lane won't go. To Conley. The Jazz with 4 in the shot clock. Has a look. The shot by Conley, no good.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. LeBron James trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 73%. Conley into the front court. Down 2. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
A lot of contact, no whistle. Utah's got it. Conley. The pass taken away by the Lakers. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Conley into the front court, trailing by 4. To Gobert. No good. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. To James. Rudy Gobert able to recover with the block. That's going to be out of bounds. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Bojan Bogdanovic in a matchup with Quinn Cook. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Not going down for him this time.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Cashes in for 2.
The defense is doing such a good job of denying him the ball and really getting in his pocket, but he got that one to go.
LeBron James with the rock. Deep 3 at the buzzer. We're through 1 quarter here in game number 5. Jay and I return in a moment. You're tuned into the Western Conference semifinals on EA. Second quarter set to start 9 to. To Davis. Anthony Davis. He's now 4 for 6.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Anthony Davis snatching it out of the air. Ooh, 5 now.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
And the slam.
That's called a grown man play, Ed. Someone's trying to get featured on SportsCenter tonight.
Mitchell with it up top, trailing by 10. Doncic to Conley. Deep left corner. Nothing going here on that drive. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Knocked loose. That's going to be out of bounds. Conley guarded by Cook. Nothing going here on that drive. Doncic. Here comes the screen. Goes to the left side. Doncic. To Conley. Shot won't go. Jumper's good.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Here's Rondo with it. The lead stands at 10. Dives for it. Not afraid to mix it up. Jazz have the ball. Doncic to Conley. Gobert. Mitchell. No good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
And he buries it.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. Down 12. They get it down to Gobert. Rudy Gobert. He's now 5 for 6.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Down low for Davis. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Can't miss those. Gordon with it. Lead is 12. Gets to the basket and scores.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Conley to Luka Doncic. Great defense there, forcing the pickup to Luka Doncic. Conley. Deep 2 there, won't go. For 3. And the rebound taken in by the Jazz. Conley into the front court. 14-point deficit to Luka Doncic. And he throws it down. Rudy Gobert with the slam. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Davis. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. And flushes her down. No stopping AD here. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Hey, look, this is a new wave. If a young cat catches you sleeping on the wrong night, it's definitely going to get 1 million+ views the next day.
Utah with the possession. To Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic slams it down.
Here's what's brilliant about Luka Doncic. Everybody thinks that you need to be fast or be able to ISO somebody and create your own shot with your speed or your athleticism or your explosiveness. That is not the case. Doncic is 6'8", 230 pounds. Put that smaller guard on your hip, post him up, walk him down, shoot shots over the top. If you have an uncanny style of play, that game can reward you a ton in this league.
Here comes the screen. Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Lakers worked hard for their halftime lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Jazz are in need of some changes at the half.
Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments.
These are the guys getting buckets for the Utah Jazz.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The Utah Jazz
Were non-existent in the paint defensively through the first 2 quarters. You can't give up easy points and expect to have success.
The problem became more apparent to me closer to halftime, resulting in the kind of plays in our highlight package.
Player of the half.
Anthony Davis tallied a lot of blocks in the first half and really made his presence known on the defensive end. I bet we end up seeing the opposition get even more timid around him.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half.
Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us. And see you again. again after the game.
Here comes the screen. To Davis. Has a chance. Add 2 points to the board.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
To Luka Doncic. Nothing going here on that drive. Doncic.
You open, baby. Shoot that. Shoot that.
Here comes the screen. Conley. Textbook defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Davis. And throws it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Here comes the screen. Mitchell shot, no good. Into the front court comes Rondo. They lead it by 14. Rocking the rim.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
To Luka Doncic. Knocked loose. Doncic. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries the wide open three. That's too easy.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Utah ball. A shot no good on the drive by Conley.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
To Davis. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Doncic. And scores on the step back.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Driving right to the basket. The shot rejected by Doncic.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
It's Jazz ball. Mitchell takes on Eric Gordon. Curling inside. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
For any fans out there that thought Donovan Mitchell didn't put any stock into the fact that he was not the Rookie of the Year, you are wrong. Donovan Mitchell is that type of guy that uses everything in his power to fuel him to be the best on the court each and every day. If that was a campaign he built with Adidas, rookie question mark, it doesn't matter. That perceived failure is something that will only make this kid better tomorrow.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
Doncic to Conley. Not that time. Gordon with it. His guys up by 15. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Conley into the front court. Down by 15. And he knocks it down, Jay.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To James. Beyond the arc for three. No good. Across the timeline, it's Conley. The deficit now up to 13. And scores.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Davis, down low. Able to convert inside.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Mitchell, defended by Eric Gordon. LeBron James tips it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Anthony Davis with the block. Incredible. 6 tonight.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Easy path to the rim.
When you're a EuroLeague MVP at the age of 19, let me break down why your game is perfectly suited at the PG spot to be a dominant one in the league. Because Luka Doncic is a technician offensively. In any screen and roll opportunity, he makes the simple read. He's not the most dynamic player offensively. He doesn't have Ben Simmons' athleticism. But what he does have is Rajon Rondo vision mixed with a jump shot where he can beat you any and every way he wants to.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Take stock of the floor. Reset here. Let's see what they do. And the basket good at the rim.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Shot from the lane won't go. And a nice finish at the rim.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Baseline drive. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. Donovan Mitchell with the rock to Luka Doncic. Hauled in by James. Runner here, won't go. Mitchell with the basketball. His guys trail by 10. Doncic. Mitchell. Tough shot. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
LeBron James. The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end When there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Doncic. Shot clock winding down. Shot for Mitchell won't go. To James. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Utah's got it. Doncic. Sizing up the defense. Has a look. Mitchell shot off the mark. Oh, emphatic slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Doncic. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Here's a chance from long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Danny Green. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Jazz have the ball. Mitchell up against Cook. To Luka Doncic. Davis. Second effort. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Doncic to Davis. Doncic to Davis. Shot clock winding down. Kyle Kuzma sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Davis. Curling inside. Oh, he had it. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Here comes the screen. That ends the third quarter. So far, it's been all Lakers. It's Utah basketball as we begin the... Anthony Davis rejects it. Make that 7.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Conley into the front court. His guys down big. Lets it fly from long range. Buries the three.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Kuzma. From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
He showed that he had great chemistry with his teammates on that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the one will just keep scoring.
Conley into the front court. Down a bundle. To Gobert. Conley. Mitchell. And drains it.
This game comes down to micro adjustments. Either mismatches, ball screens, slipping action on those ball screens, quick fades to threes. It just seems like you're actually finding your rhythm offensively.
Nothing going here on that drive. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Utah with the possession. Conley defended by Quinn Cook. To Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Off the iron. It came out.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Goes to the left side, to Davis. Scores from the post.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
A good defense by the Jazz as they come away with it. Mitchell to the basket, but he can't get it to go.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. Looking to make something happen. Doncic. And count the basket inside.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Los Angeles, they have it. Five to shoot for Los Angeles. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Long key from three-quarters court. The Lakers get the victory. They're going to continue on in these playoffs, heading to the Western Conference Finals. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers are one step closer to a championship with today's win. Still, the journey is far from over. They've got to stay focused. They want this journey to end with the Larry O'Brien Trophy in their hands. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Jazz weren't able to advance after that tough loss. I got a sense they didn't expect for their offseason to start just yet. I know what the feeling's like, and it can be tough, but it's all about how you come back from it. Who knows what they'll be like next season? It'll be interesting to see for sure. Check out the leading scores for the Utah Jazz.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The Utah Jazz lost this game on the scoreboard, obviously, but they really lost this game by not being physical enough. Again and again, they allowed the ball to get inside, and once it was there, it was getting scored. A lot. Overall, they struggled the most with it in the opening half.
Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on the show in this game. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.